Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome back. We're back, and we're ready to fucking chat. Alright, Cell, what do you got for me, buddy? Good afternoon, Commander. How can I help you? You think, what the hell Knight told you about? Yes, another dead end. I still know nothing. How could Trevor have parted with his shield? I can't imagine. You don't know what your brother has endured in this war. Perhaps the person you knew is once gone. Yeah. I don't want to believe that. I can't. Not Trevor. With a sudden shiver, Shiva looks down and whispers faintly, "Brother, will I recognize you when I find you?" Oh, hopefully he's not like a fucking Death Knight, man. Anyways, you will know it's only the Hell Knight who told me the truth. Knight Tirabel refused to tell me anything about my brother's fate while I was serving in Canabras. But after all these events, she finally broke her silence, and the thing she told me... Sosal shakes his head. That he was a good fighter, but a terrible knight and an utterly worthless paladin. He became more and more cruel as time went on, and he started caring more about destroying the enemy than protecting the innocent. He gushed over Prelate Huron and his witch hunts. Eventually, the goddess' patience wore thin, and when he beat up some poor fella for blasphemy, Jinlin took away Trevor's power. That was a huge blow for him. He left the city, only asking only that his disgrace be kept secret from his family. That's why Earbuff didn't say anything earlier. Well, your brother sounds like a dickhead, honestly, man. Brother. My brother. But how? He's always been merciful. Where could this cruelty have come from? Now, it could be, little demons whispering to him, but more likely, power make people different, man. Power shows you your true form, right? So, maybe he always had that, but he never had the power. Alright, but tell yourself. Holy motherfucker! Are you serious? Alright, where are you from? Andorian. I grew up from the outskirts of Carpendon, a large, rich city surrounded by gardens and vineyards. Just imagine miles and miles of greenery and fragrant orchids inhales with pleasure, as if something sends aromas from faraway land. My family had a small winery. I worked there from a young age. I pressed juice and did a carpentry, painted, and one day I discovered I could do more with paint than simply cover walls with it. Temple of Shalin's nearby. My brother and I would have often spent days there listening to music and joining the class. As a boy, my brother decided to devote himself to serving the Eternal Rose. Our parent hoped that at least I would remain to run the family business, but he makes an apologetic gesture and flashes a disarming smile. It can't be helped. The goddess called me too. It's alright. I have plenty of cousins, second cousins, and other relatives. When the war is over, I'll go back there and see how they're doing. So you're an artiste? The cleric smiles shyly. That's too grand for a word, but yes, I would like to paint, and I like to, of course. A crusade isn't the best place for art. What I managed to draw here is best sketches. I hope when this war is over, I'll be able to turn them into real paintings. Fascinating. May I see your sketches? There's nothing special for them, but if you're really interested... Doesn't hand you a folder filled with pencil sketches. You recognize familiar fighters in some of the portraits. The cleric drew them without flattery, just as they are. But beneath the features, they seem boring and even ugly in life. Sorcel hand has found inner beauty, power, and dignity. The tired face of the soldiers covered with wrinkles and scars resemble an army of angels. There are landscapes of the photos as well. You first don't understand why these blooming hills, shady groves, and shimmering springs seem so familiar. But you have passed by these places as you travel around the war wound. Though you saw them darkened and maimed by demonic influence, Social Pencils has restored them to their former beauty. When the demons stole from them, and when the Crusaders are fighting to return. Instead of working as a craftsman, you decided to serve a deity? That's an interesting turn of fate. Some clerics are proud of their tender hands, which never touch anything heavier than a brush. But there's nothing ugly about a hard-earned calluses. Indeed, I should say that saving the war is easier with strong hands. Okay, boy. I'm sorry, these hands couldn't save the people who died in Canabras. Nobody could have foreseen what happened in the fucking Canabras, bro. I mean, even our intervention is only due to demonic influence. Because God, or at least the upper planes, have pretty much abandoned us. And now, well, I mean, we're part of the Devil's Avatar project, to be honest with you. And, what do you call it? Right now, there's a great game being played. And we are fighting against the Scary and Behemoth. Alright, how do you end up in Canabras? I was hoping to find Trevor in my city, in the city with my brother. And the city, my brother. After my brother took the vows and ordained a paladin of Shalin, he departed for the crusade. He wrote home often, about everything he saw, his battles, the people he helped. From his letters, I learned that he had joined the Eagle Watch in Canabres. But soon his letter became infrequent and they stopped altogether. We feared the news of his death, but the silence was our only answer. Not a word from him, or from command, or his brothers in arms. Nothing. In the end, I couldn't wait any longer. I came here myself to find Trevor, if he's still alive, or his grave, or if he had perished. But my brother seems to have vanished. I tried asking other paladins, but they refused to talk to me, and very much like they're trying to avoid the need to lie. I sent official requests in orders to their orders command. Still, I wait in vain for an answer. I joined the local church of Shaylin, hoping to find the truth one day, but the city was attacked by demons. When your brother was preparing to become a paladin of Shaylin, did you learn some kind of art too? Good. You must love your brother very much to follow him here. You show commendable persistence. In fact, in face of trouble, most would have given up the search and leave. Yes, persistent. Ikara stares into eyes. You know, I got that from my brother. Trevor never gave up. If he had to wait, he waited. If he had to use force, he did. When he fell, he always got up. And got me up too. Though I was so much weaker than him, I could never betray everything he taught me. Bro, I can already see like what this shit is going to be setting up to, man. Like he's going to see a demonic berserker and he's going to be like, Trevor, is that you? And then Trevor's going to be like, Social, why are you here? Why do you see me like this? Ah! And then we're going to have to kill him. You know, I've already ended multiple lineages at this point, man. How do you end the court of King Godfrey? When the city was attacked by demons, there was a hospital in our church. Every one of us were prepared to fight to the last to cover the evacuation, but our Mother Superior wouldn't let me join the fight. She sent me for help, and everyone who stayed was killed. Why did she choose me? Maybe it was because I was new, the youngest, and least experienced of the clerics. I wouldn't be much help in battle, or maybe she was giving me a chance to survive while the rest of them bravely died. Jalen be my witness. I did not ask for this. I would be honored to lay my head next to theirs. I ran to the closest Mendevian garrison. I don't know what miracle I got there, but there was demon all around and everything was on fire. I remember my horse was killed right under me while I fought off some shrieking monsters, but when I came to, I woke among my friends. My first thought was that it must have been a dream. In my delirium, King Godfrey himself was dressing my wounds, but it was true. It was the queen herself, tending to a lovely warrior. That's how I end up in her army, and I marched with them back to Canabres, to the ruins. How do you manage to look like you're on your way to the tea party, not battle? Lassie, when I first got here to the ruin, you know, the word terror doesn't convey half of what I felt. The land itself here is maimed and mutilated, desecrated. But more frightening still, it's a war. The war does to people is what the war does to people and their bodies and souls. I can see that, man. Apparently, nobody knows fucking R&R, man. But I gotta get why, because like, you know, we're kind of in the midst of the I wouldn't say the apocalypse. Apocalypse is putting it too harshly, I think, because, you know, it's not like the demons are flooding in and, you know, like we're fighting our last stand, right? We're actually making some leeway. Granted, again, the only reason why we're making leeway is because how chaos or demons usually operate is that they're playing a great game in their realm, and like no demon lord wants to help out another demon lord, right? So they're all fighting each other, and right now the two collusion is Behemoth and Discari, but it seems as though Discari favorite what you may call it, plaything, toy, I don't know, man. Arlu, the architect of the war wound, seems to be on a comparable level to Discari, and seems as though she's fucking around with an Avatar project. I don't know if it's you know, exclusive to her, or if, you know, all the demons are playing a great game of making, what do you call it, infuse super demons. We are one of those cases, except for, I guess, you know, like we kept our form a little bit better compared to like the other demons and shit like that, because we're probably a plant. Well, we're definitely a plant from Arlu, so I don't know what kind of thing she's up to, but it's gonna be interesting to see whether or not, you know, is she gonna be like the archetype of our life here. Well, we'll see. The land itself is maimed and mutilated, desecrated, more finally. Okay, yeah, we already read that. For every knight in shining armor, there are 100 of warriors whose souls are maimed with fear, suffering, and cruelty. Many have forgotten why they're here, and now know only war. When there is a break in the fighting, they drink themselves to oblivion and wallow in the mud. They're rotting alive and don't even seek help. They gave up on themselves a long time ago. Sosu looks to his face and you see pain in his eyes. Don't misunderstand me. I don't condemn them. Quite the opposite. I want to help, and to do so, I must look after myself first. Not only to treat and support them, but to remind them that there's something else besides war. There is a normal war out there, a place where blood doesn't stain the ground and people don't sleep in trenches, and a place where, as you said, they even occasionally have tea parties. The cleric smiles, but his eyes seem sad. You do so much to help others. I want you to know whatever you need support, you can count on me. I, for one, condemn those animals you describe. If soldiers let themselves fly like that, they should be ashamed of their lack of discipline and dignity. You think they can be helped? The chaos here will be driving people insane no matter what you do. Under these circumstances, like these, everyone found their own ways to survive. You know what? You can lean on me. Lean on me! Thanks for caring. I'm glad I have a friend like you. I used to have no one to rely on besides my goddess. A shadow crosses Sosa's face for momentarily, that is immediately replaced with an inspiring smile. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I promise I won't neglect myself to serve others. I must have strength. Honestly, man, at this point, man, I'm the fucking serial therapist, alright, y'all? At this point, fine. If we don't want to hire therapists or don't even, work on the psychology of our crusaders, fuck it, I'll take it over, I guess. And then for discipline, we'll use Hell Knights. For the carrot, I guess we'll use alcohol and grandeur. Sell them that shit, dog. Anyways, what is the servant of the goddess of beauty doing in a war zone? I'm doing the goddess destined me for, to keep our fighters safe. I'm confident in our victories. The gods of good are on our side, so we cannot fail. But victory is not enough. I do whatever I can to help those who are holding off the forces of the abyss, so they may live long enough to see the victory without losing themselves along the way. Man, maybe I should double down this fucking motherfucker, man. I wish my party composition wasn't so evil. But then again, it's kind of like I reap what I sow, and at this point, I'm kind of used to them already. It's kind of weird to switch them out. Every one of our soldiers deserves a home where people love them and are waiting for their return. When our soldiers are finally able to go home on that day, I may earn my right to lay down my weapons forever. I hope that'll happen, man, but I don't think so. That's gonna happen, dude. I think the war is gonna be internal with the I guess the planes, right? And I guess if you work as the plane police, you can maybe police the realms so that the mortal planes are, ruled by mortals, and then the angels. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, the upper planes doesn't seem like they give a fuck, man. We got the higher planes, of Idomide and the angels and shit like that, or Iamide, and the angels and shit like that, and like, they gave up, man. They literally built a wall, and they're like, fuck it, man. Humans, you're on your own, y'all. We built a wall. We built a great wall. And we made all of our precious angels pay for it. But, in the end, it didn't really work out because at least a portion of them rebelled, first of all. And then, what you may call it? The wall didn't really hold the demons at all. But you fought more than field battles. Does your faith in Shaylin mean... What does your faith in Shaylin means to you now? In times of peace, the goddess is the embodiment of everything good in the world. Beauty, wisdom, and happiness. After a day spent working, covered in sweat, with dirty hands and a sore back, I come to the temple and melt in the glimmer of stained glass and the sound of music, as if I departed the regular war and went up to the celestials. Okay, man. Jeez. But here in war, in this meat grinder among the demons, the filth, and the death, here I know the true meaning of serving Shaylin. She is not something higher that surpasses common people in their everyday life. She is that life. You see, the true beauty is not in statues and painting, but in dignity. It's what allows us to keep looking like people and not turning into animals or imps. I once thought that Shaylin the man was churches and museums, and that the world without her was colorless and humdrum life. But in truth, peaceful daily life is beautiful. If you spend it among decent people, and a war without beauty, it's not routine. It's a living hell. Without Shaylin, all of Gloron would look like the war wound. Okay, thank you for telling me about yourself. What do you think of your better fate now? I'm definitely calling it right now, y'all. Calling it right now. He's a berserker demon. He's like, my god abandoned me, so now I'm gonna, embrace the mysterious and evil power. Something like that. I can't wrap around my head what I've learned. It's talking to a different person altogether. How could he be? He did give up his shield to the she-devil in black armor. Oh, Shaylin, let this be a mistake. I think, maybe it's the last act. I don't know, as redemption or something. He gave the thing. Alright, well, thank you for talking to me. I knew you were gonna take like a bunch of time because I'm like, yo, we haven't talked to this motherfucker in ages, dog. All right, who the hell are you? Oh, seasoned Crusader, Paladin, and leader of the Everbright Crusaders. He arrived in Dresden on King Godfrey orders to assist the commander of the Fifth Crusade. Can the Everbright Crusaders be of service to you, Commander? The Crusader turns to the young lad standing next to him and wags his finger at him with ostentatious strictness. Morag, keep it to yourself. If you keep interrupting your elders, you'll be mucking out on the stables for a week. I have a few questions. About me, Sir Colbelin, or the ever-glorious Crusader and the leader of my order? The young man standing next to Cyrus casts a look at his fuzzy gray hair and mutters, "Leaders of the order, also known as Ser Dandelion." The old man turns to the lad and reprimands him really loudly. "Morag, you insolent Kellop whip! Show some respect to your mentor's age, or do you think you never grow old yourself? I want to know about your past." About my life before the order, it was long ago. As a boy, I decided that there was too much evil in the war. Someone had to do something about it to try to fix it. I decided to become a priest, but then I saw the ever-bright Crusader, so proud and so pure. And then someone next to me said, "What an arrogant snobs." And he was right. We, the ever-bright Crusaders, actually are a little arrogant. So I thought maybe these invincible snobs could use the help and companionship of such a simple and warm-hearted lad as myself. Who knows that years later I'll become their leader. Tell me about the order. The Everbright Crusaders are not the oldest order, but our traditions are solid. For us, fighting for the war wound is not a war, it's our service. We dedicate our lives to it and our souls. We have high standards and live under many restrictions. We have no family, drink no liquor, play no games of chance, accumulate no wealth, and own no land. Even if we're entitled to them by birth. Okay, damn, these guys are fucking hardcore as fuck. They're like the Night's Watch. We reject everything that distracts us, that draws us to a peaceful life, for our hearts are always turned to war. But war is grim. Ugly thing that makes wicked everyone who take parts of it. And we keep our hearts pure so that we're not left sickened by war. So that our light does not fade, because darkness can only be overcome by the light. But you know, the light can also cast a shadow where darkness, lurks. But okay. Who's the lad that keeps following you around? This is Morag. He's a Kelid from these parts. When the war wound opened, his family was forced to flee. What a life they had. Poor, always hungry, cast aside by the war. When they didn't have any bread, they fed on the rage and vengeance. We caught this boy on the road. He was walking north to Dresden to kill demons. Dirty gaunt, just looking at him made you want to weep. We picked him up, trained him. He is hot-headed and lacks discipline, but he's also smart and brave. When I look at him, I see the future of Everbright Crusader. Oh, that's cool. Hopefully he doesn't rush off and die in, like, in the combat, bro. I've gratified your curiosity. I have to go. Of course, Commander. You have a lot of things to do. May Ayamide help you? Gotta talk to this guy? A dark-eyed young man looked at you. A typical Kalek greets you politely. He casts a differential look at Sayar, his mentor, standing next to him. A simple straw figure in the shape of a wolf hangs from the boy's neck. How can I help you, Commander? Who are you? Morvag. My family used to live in Sakaros. Sakaros? Something like that. The war wound forced us to flee and made us homeless. Most of my clan died of starvation and disease. We've been wandering the river kingdoms, begging and losing people, but we've never forgotten who we were and where we came from. When I heard another crusade had been declared, I came to fight the demons and claim vengeance for the homeland of my ancestors. What do you think of the guy, your mentor? The old man looks stand next to him with sincere gratitude. He got a big heart. He picked me up, gave me food, clothes, and take me as an apprentice. Although I was no one to him, you know us vagabonds don't often come across generosity like that. There is kind to me, but my master nature is too soft. He doesn't understand that it's impossible to keep your soul pure when you fight demons. We Kelids of Sakaros have learned the bitter truth. We know that any means are justified for fighting demons, but Sarah can't see that we are right. We paid for the privilege of hindsight with a sea of blood and loss of our homeland. Good luck, Commander. Alright, well, I can already see him dying at some point. Horgus, you got anything new? Are you wearing my superpowers? I'm a Superman? Okay, he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck about you, man. Anyways, one-eyed devil. The one-eyed devil, a short, chubby tiefling with golden eye patch, spits chewing tobacco between his feet and takes another pinch of tobacco box adorned with jewels. A fine day to you, Commander. Welcome to the One-Eyed Devil's Trading House. His proud manner suggests that each word begins with a capital letter, and perhaps even continues in capital letters as well. Show me your wares. I mean, the charisma thing is interesting, but I don't think we really need it right now. But show me what's your highest cost? A thundering slice Tua, headband, adamantite, locksmith. Nothing really that interesting. A trading house, it's just a shop. Ah, that depends. The time when I had nothing in my pockets but hose. But I did... did I consider myself poor? No, I consider myself rich. A man who's temporarily down on his luck. Optimism is poor, not only on the battlefield, Commander. You're the leader of a victorious army that may be chopping all the demons into mincemeat sooner or later. I'm the owner of a trade empire, which, as you see, is only starting to grow. How does a tiefling end up on the side of Crusaders? Okay, racist much? The answer is simple. The simple thing here is this is a good war. I don't like living it. Besides, not only, it's the only one we got. I love to know what's going on in the heads of the dimwits who are helping the demons destroy it. My best guess is that their horns grow inward so that there's no room for their brains. I am from Shellax. Tieflings don't surprise anyone there, and they don't like demons any more than we do here. And why should they? The gods went into the troubles of creating this world. Even Lord Asmodeus and his devils helped create with the construction. And now these freeloaders show up after all the hard work is done and just gorge and break things. It doesn't matter who you pray to. If you want to live, it's your duty to help. Is it a risky name for a store for Crusaders? Ah, yes. One does not go by without some dimwit boiling over. Well, they don't pay me to explain the difference between allies and enemies, devils and demons. Lord Asmodeus and all the riffraff like Behemoth and Dascari, making all go to hang. The tiefling spits between his feet and swiftly places another pinch of chewing tobacco in his mouth. Here's what I think. You like it, you buy it. You don't like it, keep moving. If you're spoiling for a fight, take yourself off to the tavern. Why are your prices so high? We're saving the world from demons. That includes you. That's some claims. Do you hear that, good people? First of all, my prices are perfectly fair. They're no higher than you find anywhere else. Second, who's saving who here? Are you prepared to eat bark and fight with rocks and sticks? You know, I have an open contract with dozens of suppliers. I arrange deliveries and do whatever it takes to get sharper weapons, better magical items, better food, and you're throwing the extra expense in my face? This is thanks I get for the honest work. What happened to your eye? I should have made a story about a heroic fight with a horde of demons. Truth be told, this is how it happened. Back when I was a snot-nosed kid, I had just opened my first business selling pies on the street. The local lads quickly took notice of me and offered me protection in return for a small share of profits. The usual, you know. But I was young, inexperienced, and greedy, so I told them to bugger off. Well, they caught me and taught me a lesson. They took it too far, though. I paid the price with my eye, not just some bumps and bruises. It's funny to remember it now, but back then, while it was happening, I was so scared. I thought they'll beat me to death. I remember I came running home in tears, and my mom just started screaming. I didn't have a clue why, and then I looked in the mirror and saw there were shreds of mush where one of my eyes used to be. I remember that lesson all my life. Ever since that day I started the business, I found some reliable business partner first. If I was born in a merchant family, my parents would have warned me about this, and had plenty of other things too. But I was a poor lad, so I had to learn everything the hard way. It was a miracle how many times I escaped death by the hair's breadth. In fact, I was lucky only lost one eye. I can afford a new eye now, of course. But, you know, I can't find the time. It will cost a tidy sum, and I don't want to take it out of the earnings. And besides, being the one-eyed devil is a big selling point for me. I'll be a fool to keep my eye, or fool to get my eye back, and only have to keep it hidden under a patch. Have you heard of my new powers? What do you make of them? Yeah, I heard of them. What's there to say? You haven't dealt a great hand, though it's hardly worse. Being an angel is a burdensome thing. It's too airy for my liking, and all the sympathy and compassions. What does a commander need that for? It's pointless. But Don't worry about it. I'm not judging you. Asmodeus, forgive me, but if you had the power of Fae or an Azada, that would have been a disaster. Why? What's wrong with that? Okay, well, I don't want to be rude to the shop owner who's just trying to vibe. Have we gone through everything? Yes, so that means we gotta go to the inn now. I definitely think I might pick up that ring because I feel like that ring is gonna be good for Ember. And sometimes, you know, you gotta start buying items. Now, granted, it hurts my goddamn soul to spend, I don't know, man, a shit ton of money. It's gonna be a shit ton of money. I'm gonna be real with y'all. We're gonna go broke. And honestly, maybe we should use that money for the crusade rather than spending it on ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. Follow my lead. Hello, peasant. I was a peasant too, you know? Damn, there's a second floor to this bitch.
As it should be. That is not far.
Oh, Nino's in here. You got anything? Oh, Lord. They also have something. So the experiment, Nino gestured excitedly. I'll need some supplies for this one. Boy, please bring me a bottle of alcohol. Any will do. Please hurry. Signs can wait. I brought a bottle of alcohol for you. Why would you need alcohol? I already told you it's for an experiment. What kind of experiment? The experiment of personal nature. Nino seems sheepless, but no less exciting. Mark my words. Why don't you buy a bottle for yourself? I'm busy with an important task, internally preparing myself for the experiment. Besides, a test like this is perfectly fit for my loyal father. Alright. Here's a bottle of alcohol. Nina snatches the bottle out of your hand and stares at it with the convulsion of a seasoned alcoholic. Here it is, my path of learning the true values of humanity from this perspective of this lowly man on the street. He produces a corkscrew from her sleeves and take a look at it and in bafflement, and then in the bottle, and then the corkscrew again. At which her hands the bottle back to you. Open it. The experiment definitely won't work if we don't open it. Do you always carry a corkscrew on your sleeve? Don't be preposterous, but I'm always meticulous when it comes to preparing my experiment. Oh wow, this is a quest. Plan for every eventuality, Nino signs. Alright, that was not true. But I prepared this for a particular experiment. What experiment are we gonna be about? I'm taking a huge risk with this experiment. I'm putting my reputation, my good name, and even my future on the line. With the help of this bottle, I'll lower myself to the level of the average man on the street. And I'll try to understand the mentality of someone wholly devoid of intelligence. God damn, man. Why are you destroying me out here, dog? You surely know, maybe even from personal experience, that alcohol damages the mental activity and is a catalyst for stupidity. With a brain like mine, alcohol is the only way to find out how to feel to be an idiot. You're talking as if you never tried alcohol before. I haven't. Never saw the point of it. So you're asking me to be your drinking buddy? Not at all. I'll do the drinking alone. Your role is to experiment will include standing here and providing me with visual reactions to my inevitable temporary degradation. Alright. Let's go. Well, let's begin. With a steely resolve of a warrior going to his last battle. Nano takes a big gulp straight from the bottle. Ugh! What was that? That's disgusting! He overcomes the urge to vomit. She looks at you with teary eyes. How do you all drink this? I'm doing this for the sake of science, another gulp. That should be enough. Am I stupid yet? Quick, ask me something smart. How many heroic acts did Idolmide perform? 11, of course. She did all manner of things. Turn her cloak into a bridge. Create a powerful artifact out of nowhere using her broken sword and a bit of prayer. Even talk to some undead into throwing himself upon his sword. By the way, did you know that if you question the authenticity of these acts in the center of Idolmide's cathedral in Neurosian, you can get a boot-shaped bruise right in your lower back. We'll see him. I was not drunk enough yet. Nino taking another swig from the bottle. Right. It seems to be working. Now I need to come up with the right idea. I usually have a ton of ideas. Let's see. Daskari and Behemoth, their anti-Crusader alliance is not really effective, or not effective enough. They need to unite their forces on a physical level. Behemoth needs to mount Daskari and ride him into battle 2-in-1. That would be a fucking painting of the century, man. I highly doubt Daskari would lower himself to be a mount, but it would be kind of fucking cool. Yes, the experiment was successful. I'm definitely drunk. He takes another gulp from the bottle to further confirm her condition. Now, how does it feel to be drunk for the first time in your life from a scientific point of view? Terrible. I have definitely become more stupid, more than I thought. I'm dumb as a box of rocks and right now, and I don't give a rat ass about science. Wait, I think I got it. That's how men on the streets see science. They don't give a rat ass about it. Who cares about the heroic acts of Ayamide? Perform a million or not a single one. Ayamide is there over there. Says a fake waver and whereas the bottle is right here where it belongs. Alright, congratulations. Now what? That's it. This experiment was successful. Just a moment, I stares at you with glazed eyes, shakes her head, and exhale loudly. When she meets your gaze again, her eyes are crystal clear. Alright, I'm fine now. What was that? What was what? A moment ago, you were drunk as a skunk, and now you're suddenly stone cold sober. Damn! She must have magic. It must magic to detoxify the alcohol effects. Is that so? Nina looks at the bottle with her hand, thoughtfully licks her lips, and then nods. It seems that is indeed what happened. Clearly, I decided to forget the incident entirely, because I no longer need this information. What I need now is to write an article for the encyclopedia about the influence that alcohol has on the individual mind. So you simply forgot you were drunk and sober up just like that? I simply blocked the serious effect of alcohol from our mind. To put it in basic terms, I just forgot I consume alcohol. Wow. Is that how that works? The mechanism is similar to the one I used to get rid of irrelevant memories. It's not overly complicated if you know how to do it. Your abilities are just amazing. What? What were we talking about? Alright, I was happy to help. On behalf of future generations, I formally thank you for your assistance in this momentous experiment. Now, I have time to answer your question. Come away. You're Kitsune? A Kitsune? Tatsuya skeptical look. Stating the obvious. Does you know credit? How does it feel to remember that you belong to another race? It's slightly unusual. No, more than that. Knowing this fact will not help me write the encyclopedia. Therefore, it's useless. Therefore, I was right to forget it. And so forestall your next question for now. No, I'm not planning to forget that I'm a Kitsune. My abilities can help you, my loyal followers, in your fight against who are we fighting again? Right, the demons. Gives you a magnanimous look. See how I appreciate your assistance, boy? Alright, I'll stop torturing you for questions. Are you sure you really want to meet the mysterious entity we know nothing about? I'm convinced that the knowledge hidden there and the emptiness, it seems to me that the event is certain to my triumph, the experiment of the century, no millennium. He looks away, or maybe it'll become my downfall, a complete fiasco. Yeah, here's the deal. If the mysterious entity decides to gobble me up, run as fast as you can while it's distracted. Tell all Glorion about the heroic death of the greatest daughter. Tell them she perished, but that she never strayed from the thorny road to knowledge. Slips and right her eyes. Okay. Also, Finian, buddy, I don't think I've been talking to you at all. Are you okay? Okay, yeah, he's fine. Just double checking, bro. Just double checking. Okay.
I'll go ahead.
What's going on in this thing?
A trivial matter.
One kid had told me that this, my brother. I know this is their sacred fortress that they pray in the mellows of spirits. Shamanic relics, you say? A big treasure? It sounds like a lie. Everything was collected and carried away and buried in the cave. Scouts say Bear lives in those forests, a terrible one, and there must be a great magic guards in that cave. And that's why we suggest you come with us. We split the treasure equally. So that's probably going to be our first owl bear. I wonder how big it is this time. Is that it? some shaman treasure and like who knows what.
I know the way.
Okay. I think we already did that. So now we just have to do prison. But before we do that, let me walk over there. Am I really gonna buy this ring, man? It's like 50,000. I think it's gonna be significant enough that you know Ember can pretty much profit from that, man. Like it's really good. Hopefully it procs everything. Every time she does fire damage, she procs. But you know, I don't think I'm gonna buy the other ring though because I don't think we have enough money. First of all, because this other ring is gonna cost me 50,000. Oh man, the pain. Oh, do you also have like other? What's the intensify feat? Oh shit. That's not too bad. The only problem is they can only increase it on the low levels, and like we kind of want better scrolls. But yeah, I'll buy the fucking ring, man. That's so painful, but I think Ember in this ring will make her go to with the suns.
I'll go ahead.
I'm trying to create a god, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe we'll dabble with a little meta magic too, because like I never dabble with meta magic at all. We'll see.
Know the way.
Alright, time to go to prison to talk to that fucking traitor. I mean, she doesn't give a fuck about us, but you know, never know. And dude, I swear to God, if we walk outside the city like 2 feet and we find the thing, I think I might become Joker. Yeah, there's the lady. All right, lady. I know I'll put you in prison, but you can be helpful. Come to gloat. I need information. Do you? And why would I give you? Because helping me is your only chance to earn a pardon. How about a deal? You give me information, I give you freedom. I have many ways to make you talk. Would you like to experience them for yourself or just tell me everything? I don't think evil is gonna do anything. Think about it and answer your own question. So you're just here to toy with me, you scumbag? Yes, I'm at your mercy. You can send me to the gallows or the racks, but you think I'm just gonna roll over to save my hide? What's coming you to stop from finding out everything you want and then hang me at the same time? On second thought, you know what? I don't care. I don't care about you or the demons or myself, especially not myself. What do you want? Who do you work for? The Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth, Cotus of Behemoth. Some serve him for rewards, others serve under dire threat. Some fools even think they earned transformation into demons. I only serve because it was a chance at revenge. The Grand Master leads the Templars. He was a mysterious figure said to be more of an ideologue than an actual commander. All cultists I know answers to a woman named Jeribith. I never saw her myself, but I heard that she's dazzlingly beautiful, and when she speaks, you believe her every word, even if you know that she's lying through her teeth. I absolutely have no idea where to look for her, but I know someone much more powerful and dangerous, someone the common followers never see. Rumor it's Behemoth, flesh and blood daughter. Hey, yo! He's something like reverence seeps into Nora's voice. Minago also gave me orders, but I don't think I can tell you anything new about her. You met her a few times already. Are there any other field cultists in the Crusader army besides you? I think so, but everyone I knew has been caught by the Eagle's Watch. Erebos sent a lot of us to the gallows, but Behemoth will always find new serpents. Always. Anyone could be a Kotus, even Erebus herself. I can see that. You think you can tell your friend from your enemy? Chuckles again. Think again. Who's the leader of the Skari Kotus? The Skari Kotus are dumb meat. They can't hide, only fight, but there are others among them, adepts of higher rank, intelligence, dangerous wizards hiding somewhere in the war wound. They're led by Zentir the Plague One. He isn't human. I don't know what he is, but he is not human, that's for sure. They say he doesn't even have a human body, only a massive insect swarming under his robe. Who was that huge demon that attacked us during the battle? That was Baylor, named Razan, the leader of those poor creatures who had ordered to fill the ditches of Dresden with their own bodies and break the walls of the city with their own heads. He had run drills every day, and every day had scraped someone off the ground. You're lucky that Jorf chased him off. Jarazan alone could have hold off a small army. He'll be back, and all of you here will be good as dead. The demon hordes keep attacking us without warning, as if they're reappearing out of thin air. Do you know anything how they're doing it? I can't say for sure, but I heard rumors. There's a place called the Molten Scar where the gray roars make a sharp turn and forks. It must be hard to miss. It's a big gorge with lava flowing at the bottom of rock. Sorceress has a lair there. If you continue your offensive beyond Dresden, that rock was supposed to organize an army to your flank and cut you off from behind. I don't know what it means, but there remains a rift there. I have no more questions for now. You know? She's interesting. We still keep her in prison, though. I mean, it's not like it's better than getting tortured, I guess. And honestly, you know, I still think she doesn't give a fuck. Alright, we can finally leave the city. Now, I already spent like a shit ton of money, so like we're probably gonna go on the ramen diet. Because we have nothing. But none of that, but our army needs to be able to counteroffensive too, right? Like, we can't be lured deep into fighting the weak armies. Like, we gotta fight the strong people too. And we gotta figure out where the fuck Wojif went to, man. Motherfucker's a rat. He ran off. Motherfucker's a rat. But we do need to hunt, like, these level 4 demons, though. Because, like, they're the only thing that's, like, real good. And then, of course, I want to recruit more men. What the hell is this? Decrees. Orders to Erebeth. Erebeth breakdown has occurred before the assault on Dresden still haunts her mind. She could be reminded that she was, is, and always be the hero eyes of the soldiers by appointing her as the commander of a small squad of crusaders. Unfortunately, Erebeth is occupied as a squad leader. Her duties to crusade have been transferred to someone else. You know what? Let the lady relax, man. And then it's so spicy. Spicy. I'm debating on whether or not we want to recruit the common footmen. And honestly, I don't think so. I want to get more higher tier troops, but I'm not entirely sure how. And we say... Never been to this location. I guess we gotta go south because there's really nothing we can do north without getting into like fights with the locals here. No, we don't have to enter the last chapel right now. Oh, damn! I didn't even get to do anything, man. All right, the game already autosave. Can still fight. Quick, tie him up. It's the Crusader. The Crusaders are here. The Crescent of the Abyss must be informed. Motherfucker. Oh damn, we get free healing, brother. Excuse me, what the fuck? What the fuck? Bro, our build sucks some major people, man, and I don't know how we can recover. Well, first of all, use that. And then second of all, you know, get enlarged or something like that, fam. What do we think about communal deaths? I don't think we need it right now. Maybe. I don't know. Wow, there's something new. Apparently, if you press enter, you can skip a cutscene like that. Oh, you know, we never give each other bless. Don't think we need freedom of movement. I guess we just got really unlucky. I can't imagine doing this in Iron Man, because I feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm always destined to get fucked. Well, you know, fucking free shit is free shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit. Got some dead-ass Crusaders here.
I'll go ahead. I know the way. What a find.
We probably won't stream too long, just because I'm tired. It's been a long day. Hopefully Friday, you know, nothing's gonna come up, and we can get some streaming done without fucking dying. Inconspicuous camp. Oh no, we've never been there, dude. We want to go this way, I think. Unfortunately, that way leads to the demons, and we can't get there yet, so we're gonna have to go this other way. That's fine. We still got a lot of spells. Oh shit, the demons are actually counter-offensive thing. What do we got here? 9,000 to hire more Death Knights. They're just too expensive for me, man. I mean, like, why would we let them flee, though? You know what I'm saying? Like, we need blood right now, fam. We need to shatter them at ball. Definitely want to use a fireball. Who do I think is a bigger threat? Maybe the rock? That bee is kind of a threat, but you know, since it takes time to get to us, I don't think it's too much of a threat right now. Yeah, that should do enough damage to kill the bee. And then the infantry can just go up. Yeah, it's fine. Huh. I need finance points per day, though. Oh. Sorry, y'all. Click off the screen. Since this army is not that skilled or not that level, so I'm like kind of scared to like take it out. Yeah, right now I'm trying to get this commander up to like the next level so that she gets the next level, whatever. Okay, so we gotta rank up. We gotta rank up a lot of shit right now. Holy shit! I didn't realize how good we are. Well, definitely increasing the amount of money we get is better because we need to like recruit people and shit like that. And it looks like the first demonic raid has been issued. At least, you know, I don't know. They're showing me that guy, so I'm guessing they're gonna come from the south first. It says this thing is easy, and honestly, I think it makes sense to strike the demons before they strike us. So we could probably one-shot any of these guys. Mostly melee. Okay, so throw an axe has to go first because like they do massive damage to us. What the fuck? You guys do no damage. I gotta minimize casualties here. Oh, this is bad. I don't think these are acceptable losses, my guy. So we have to finish this battle quickly, but like, there's a lot of enemies, man. I need a fireball, man. Like this wizard not having any single target spells, pretty rough, y'all. Okay, we gotta reduce this motherfucker because that motherfucker's gonna destroy us. Ah, fuck. No. I say we don't want to take engagements where we take casualties right now because losing even one guy can like be very disastrous for us right now. So like we're already teetering on the edge of, you know, like getting routed and shit like that. So let's just chill, dude. And you know, go for an easier fight, right? Like we don't have to force it. We definitely pursue these motherfuckers, man. 15 to 22, 6 to 12, 6 to 20. Alright, so the horse is the least threatening. Probably a good idea to conserve mana. I need this bitch to get a level. Energy point. I forgot what energy point is used for, but you know, it's always useful to increase that shit. Unfortunately, we have ran out of time. Yeah, y'all can just stay there for the time being, I guess. And recruitment wise, I just want archers, honestly, man. I don't even want these motherfuckers. I heard cleric was okay, but like, I don't know how to use them, man. How do I leave this view? Oh, just press X, bro. Sorry, I always save before entering these locations, like you never know when shit's gonna go down. What's going on over here? Oh shit, I forgot about the bounty hunter. Okay, well, let's go to explore this area. Come back and see what the bounty hunter needs from us.
Time's not waiting.
Riti. Riti. Tio, Wallash, An.
Missed me already.
Overrun, I said.
Well, we don't know what enemy we're facing.
Where do you want me?
Should we proceed?
I'll prove I'm the best.
We will win this war.
Tell me.
Only
So
you
he's
deserve
restless.
my
I
obedience.
wonder why.
So much spells, dog. Holy.
I'll go ahead.
Hard to tell like what the fuck we need right
I
now.
won't let you hurt my
It's a
friends.
plague wolf. That wolf doesn't want the smoke right now, dog.
Another day.
He want no smoke.
The inheritor, guide my
Tear your
blade.
throat out.
Follow my lead.
We are the light. They are the darkness.
Surrender or else.
You are nothing before me.
As it should be.
Double checking. Now. Oh, okay, a demon.
Let's have some fun.
We really gotta figure out why my guy always gets staggered every fucking time, man. But yeah, honestly, dude, getting passive healing as we're next to this barrier is actually kind of fantastical, man.
That is not far.
This means we can save up on healing, right? Like, holy.
I'll go ahead. What a find!
Oh, loot up here? hold up. Our perception check just failed. Everybody just failed. That's kind of gets.
I know the way.
Huh. Kind of odd.
No reason to pause. Into the fray.
Interesting.
Ow.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
Follow my lead.
Punish me, for I failed. Have I pleased you?
Yes. Honestly, it's not even that bad, man, because of our healing. Oh shit. Okay, are you friendly, buddy?
Out of my sight.
Probably not.
Retreat is not an option.
Oh my god.
This will leave a bruise.
Jesus Christ, man. Do you think these things are immune to grease? Yeah, they are immune to grease. Ember, why don't you test out the new thing? Well, let's do Fire Serpent first, just for funsies. Let's do Burning Arc first, I guess. Oh, apparently I only hit the mirror image. I guess fuck me, I guess. Alright, Ember, why don't you try Scorching Ray? Okay, only hit the thing. Fucking mirror image, bro. They don't need like crazy healing. Yeah, kind of disappointing though. Kind of disappointing combat. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the fact that we heal, dude, that banner is like the goat with the sauce, man. What the hell?
What's that?
Motherfucking trap.
Anything for you.
Also, what is our next level? Oh my god, we're so far away, bro.
Go ahead.
Holy fucka.
Sure they mean us no harm, right?
They're demons. Oh god, it's like a demonic commander. Wait, Ember. It's all miss. Oh my god, there's even more of them coming in. Okay, you know what? Maybe we do need communal stone.
There was a flaw.
And then while that's happening, why don't you drop a G heal?
Refuse to surrender.
Sorry. Can you cast? Oh, I didn't give my people blur, bro. What a stupid mistake. Damn it, man. Shit.
I'll go ahead.
What's that? Anything for you.
I doubt like poison is gonna do jack, man.
Yours to command.
Anyways, I think you probably play more defensively because like you're getting your ass beat right now.
Oh, skip the
No
pleasantries.
mistakes.
I will help where I can.
Time's not waiting.
Tito, Wohash, Han. Riti. Na ea orama. Na ea orama. Na ea orama. Na ea orama.
Yeah, they need this.
Ea orama.
Makes them a little bit harder to hit.
Needed to be broken.
I know the way.
Close ranks.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Okay, you know what, Reginald? Why don't you just stand back? I think Reginald, or whatever his thing is, he's definitely, his ass is glue, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he doesn't seem that strong, or at least how we building him.
Retreat is not an option.
Okay, this next battle is gonna be very difficult, man. I'm glad we buffed up, but maybe the -2 is pretty deadly. I think we're gonna use, or we're definitely gonna use some CC, my guy.
Let's have some fun. Yes.
Maybe summon a little Asada. Then you summon, or actually, you just haste us up. I mean, 50 damage is not bad for one spell. The only problem is that enemy commander, man. I feel like that guy's doing the damage, and then the rest of these fuckers aren't doing that much.
No mistakes.
We got freedom of movement, so it's fine.
Yes. Ha. E. Read.
Yes?
Go.
Alright, Let's do some summons to maybe slow down the enemy. Shit. That guy is strong, man. That's why I'm a little bit concerned about our enemies just outmatching me right now.
I am prepared.
Anyways, let's catch haste on the boys. Save that.
They will break against our resolve. Yeah. The light take you.
I think you have to be spamming heals, my man. Man, that's even with the thing too, which is kind of fucked up, bro. And then you need to be spamming that shit.
Surrender or else.
Yeah, that one commander is just very insanely OP, man. I need like a whole target or like something, man, because that one guy is just fucking me in the butt right now. Let's get some grease in this, John.
Only you deserve
Ready
my
for anything.
Trust in yourself.
Focus on the goal.
I am yours to
You're a good
command.
person. I like you.
Go.
Close ranks.
Go.
Out of my sight.
Is this what the stone skin protection too? Damn, that guy is just fucking really goated with the sauce, bro. What the fuck? What? Do the pit. Then you do that. And then we gotta get that commander, dude.
Surrender or else.
You need to target the commander.
Done with you.
Then you need to spam heals. Damn, man, what the fuck are they feeding this guy? This guy is way too strong. I don't even know. I don't even know, man, how we're gonna win this.
I am prepared.
I'll tear your throat out.
Okay, looks like web does affect them.
I'll rip you apart!
Retreat is not an option.
Okay, so we're gonna need web. Honestly, realistically, I would like to turn-base this shit because what you call it? Having to micromanage like all the shooters are getting kind of annoying because they like to run to their deaths too, which doesn't help.
A bright future awaits us.
Where do you want me?
Alright, you three, no brains for a second,
War must
Focus.
end.
because we really gonna need to like grease up this shit.
Ready for anything. No mistake.
Trust in yourself.
Time's not waiting.
Fighting for a righteous cause is certainly different from a simple massacre. The former is more bloody and performed with pinkies
You're a
out.
good person. I like you.
I am prepared.
Get a couple sacrificial lambs ready.
Set is restless. I won't let you hurt my friends.
Trying to see if we have any more sacrificial lambs.
Surrender or else. Go. Too late for apologies.
Oh, you know, we never give the greater hero to
Am I
somebody.
doing it wrong?
Oh, we can't hold that person, huh?
This thing refuses to cooperate.
The light. Take you.
Spam heals, man.
I'll hit you.
Nice! Okay, so the big guy is done. Okay, you don't have to spam heals no more. No, we're good.
Out of my sight.
Okay, I mean, I'm glad we separate them, but holy fuck, was that really difficult. I feel like we're getting outscaled now, which is very concerning. Considering the fact that, you know, like, the game has only just begun. Oh, damn, man, what the fuck?
I'll
Okay,
go
make sure to
ahead.
save, because, yeah, that fight was a fucking pain in the dick. Oh my god, what the fuck is this?
I know the way. What a find! Follow my lead.
Huh. Interesting.
As it should be.
But yeah, I'm a little bit concerned, man. My build is getting definitely outscaled, which is not good because, you know, like, that means every freaking fight. I think our DPS people need to do DPS rather than just healing.
That is not far.
And we might be trolling, yo. We might be trolling. But we'll try. I mean, we'll try to put up our best fight, right? But, you know, who knows, man. Ground hideout. Winter Sun. Well, nothing we can do with this road, I think. Yeah, gotta wait till the Crusader topples that shit. That's okay, we don't need to rest just yet. Manage? Oh. A hospital is nice. But that's fine. Fuck, I pressed the fucking wrong button. A fresh bruise swelled on the huntress' cheekbone. When they released a fierce hiss reminiscent of a nest of fighting vipers. I'm so sick and tired of it. I can't tell what irritates me more. The stupidity of the Uplanders' way of life or the arrogance of which they call anything else savagery. Take a closer look at Wendu. Under her massive anger, you can see her insecurity and wounded pride. Alright, what happened? It was nothing. I just had a run-in with a bunch of morons who have crap for brains. Remember how I told you that Uplanders sometimes need a good beating to teach them respect? Well, I had knocked some sense into one of them. Tell me everything. This crooked tiefling approached me. He was fawning over me and smiling. He brought me some good wine, and he kept saying that he would be thrilled if I just take a look at his weapons. He said he was a craftsman and that he would be really flattered if a fighter of my quality appraised his work. So I did. He kept pushing. Take a look at this blade. Try out this bow, the scumbag. So I chose a dagger for myself, a good one, with a blackened blade and a skinner. I really liked it. I picked it up, praised the work of the horn-headed scum, told him he was a decent craftsman, and that was I was impressed, and off I went. But then he pounced on me, grabbed my arm. You must understand, master, that I couldn't let that go unpunished. So I knocked his teeth out with the handle of the very same dagger. And he started yelling that I stole from him, and the crowd gathered, and everyone was giving me dirty looks. Like they were all superior, as if someone savage had crawled out of their hole. Just one of these squeaky clean scumbags. But what do they know? In Nethum, every craftsman sees it as honor if a hunter chooses his weapon. And these Uplanders, ooh, Wendu eyes are ablaze, as she let out a hiss baring her teeth, but with bewilderment. You really care what they think of you? With a frown, Wendu replies in a dull voice. A hunter must be respected. A hunter fights so that the tribe can survive. A hunter dies first so that the tribe lives on. Those Uplanders aren't my tribe, and if they despise me and laugh at me, why should I fight for their lives? Why should I die? I only know that for my blood, I get paid in mockery. I would have thought twice before leaving the caves. I mean, it's like a different customs, you know? I feel bad. But, you know, she also has to learn culture and shit like that, my guy. But maybe that's not the time. Why do I have to apologize, man? 4 feels too condescending. 3, like, it's probably the best middle ground, but I'm like, why don't I have to apologize for their fucking bullshit, man? 2 won't address the issue. You know what? 3, fuck it, man. Oh. Fuck. I clicked space before that thing. Oh man, motherfucker. Okay, well, we'll see it after. Before you stand tall, a man whose dark hair is already tinged with gray. He greets you with a brisk military salute. My name is Captain Salek. I'm commanding the Vanguard mercenary group called the Blackstone Company. We've come from Dorian to assist you. I want to know about your Moravid unit. The Blackstone Company is recognized as the finest Enduring mercenary regiment. Pockets of gold, clear conscience. Which is why we held a vote among our units. We were glad to accept Green Godfrey invitation to join the crusade, though some of our commanders did voice their displeasure with the sum she offered. But like I said, the Endurance are free people who couldn't be pushed around and who couldn't be bought, only convinced. Why do you join us? King Godfrey paid for our service, but please do not think we're fighting for gold alone. We are true sons of dollars and Dorian. Yada yada, equal thing. I want to know more about you. I don't even know what to say. I'm a soldier and a bit of explorer, okay? Get on with your duties. I'll be honored to serve you, Commander. If you have any questions, let me know. Holy shit, how many people are there, man? Good day, your commandership. It is we, the artistic board of the Next Door Theater. We're still looking for on our piece about your heroism. We've taken on a few new crew members, and now we have a master stage of equipment and scenery. It's my granddaughter, Tina. Tina, say hello to the commandership. We were faced with another dilemma. We simply can't decide on the climatic moment of the act that was all about the Battle of Dresden. Here you listen to the options. Grandma Granton holds up a scroll before her eyes begin to read, reading a gnar finger along each line. Option 1, the commander, so that you launch himself out of a catapult and smash down the fortress wall, allowing the armies to rush inside. Option 2, the commander, so that you again masquerade as a succubus and creeps into the Dresden in disguise and then open the gates to what the fuck? Option 3, the commander, you again, rise to the attack on an enormous mountain goat, or should we call it the battering ram, and break down the city gates. What do you say? Let's just do mountain goat. Okay, we're still working on that part. Your commandership. It's hard to get a goat in the middle of a war wound, especially an enormous one, but we'll think of something. Don't you worry. Aren't we using like gnomes? Can't you just get a regular goat since they're gnomes anyways? Do you think the commander mind if we add the goat and the catapult to the show? The way the bit where he breaks down the gates will make for much better drama. Granny, do you forget the role of commander is being played by those gnome twins packed into one cloak? Have anyone ever tried firing 2 gnomes in a cloak out of a catapult before? Calm yourself, Tina. It's just a minor snag. You can't achieve success without a few difficulties on the way. We'll think of something, you see. Alright. The hunters answered with a furious growl. Don't you dare pity me. I'm Wendu, the best hunters in Netham. I'm a fierce predator, and the whole Wur is my hunting ground, and I don't need pity from anyone. I don't give a damn what they say, let alone what they think. I'm strong, and they're just pathetic. Yeah, I mean, that was probably the best middle ground that we can come up with. And it's still pretty ass. But yeah, I think, I don't know who I'm going to rotate him out with, you know? At this point, I don't know, man. We're just lacking everything, man. Like, we're getting dick down on right now, dog. And it's not that cool. Oh, wait. What's that mace? Just regular ass mace. Breastplate that doesn't have anything. Shield that doesn't do much, and then the rest we're gonna sell. Dreams have puzzled the minds of mortals since ancient times. Strangely, the most obvious explanation of mysteries of dreams have appeared quite recently. The most obvious, but obviously wrong one, is the dreams are built the delirium of a tired mind as it digests the day's event. Ancient humans were much smarter when they thought dreams were messages of good patrons or the opposite. The interventions of demonic power in this case, both hypotheses are correct, illogical they may be. The commander is asleep. In his ancient dreams, you see a blood-stained stone, smoking torches, rusty chains, and bars. Once again, he's in the dungeons of Dresden, chained in a cell. Huge demons lumber around, clawing at the filthy walls with a horrifying sound. Death is in their fanged jaws, seem imminent, but more painful still is the expectation of torture that never began. Unable to move, barely conscious, in a horrible semi-delirium, the commander whisper words of prayer. The sacred word disappeared into the void like stones down a well. It's unlikely they reach the ears of any deity. The fever of the endless expectation is broken by a whisper. A gentle breath of fresh air in the stifling darkness. The ruby eyes of a demoness peer at the commander through the bars. He is similar to the other creatures of Abyss, but also entirely dissimilar. Remember me? I am Arushele. You gave me the gift of freedom, and now I will set you free. The chains holding Commander bodies crumble to dust. The dark visitor takes a step forward, passing him through the bars as easily as if they're made of paper, and hold out her hand. Fly with me. In response, the commander can only meddle. Let's fly. The succubus busts out laughing. The dungeons disappear, and now the demoness and the commanders are flying over the moonlit plain. Enemies are hunting you, demons that have somehow acquired unusual powers that are unprecedented among common demons. You are also hunting them. You are trying to figure out who's sending them and where the source of their power lies. I'll show you where to find the answer. A finger with a manicure claw points down to a cliff top where it stands an ancient fortress slowly crumbling to dust. A bell without a tongue, an insane crone. Make it speak once more, and she won't be able to keep her silence either. She'll give you all the answers. Wake up and try to understand what happened in the dream. Thing. The image fades away. The commander opened his eyes and whispered, an unknown alien brought by a passing dream. Green gates in the name of fortress. The demonesses believe, what a curious notion, there is a deranged crone hiding there. Who knows where the demons with these unheard abilities are coming from. It would be intriguing to learn who this crone is and what she knows, and whether this dream is but a trick to lure the commander into another trap. But we can't go without visiting the place from the dream. Just auto-assign people, man. I don't know, man. Yeah, we like bonus attack.
I know people like you. Bored aristocrats who think that war is another diversion. Like hunting. They usually get killed. And they get their allies killed, too.
Oh well. At least I'm not going to die of boredom.
Wow. I feel like we always fail like a lot of shit, man.
I know the way.
Damn. Crusade just get +6 morale like that? Fuck. Anyways, take me to the tavern. We got the Keeper and Greyboar. The boy sitting on the counter looks like about 18. He salutes you with dignity. The Knight Commander at my establishment. What an honor. My name is Fry Kito, the owner of the Half Measure. How should I address you? I ask because, due to my unfamiliarity, while others scoff at the tedious of ceremony and titles. You may call me by my name. You may by my title, Knight Commander or simply Commander. As you wish, Commander. So what do I do for you? With a wine, a meal, a heart-to-heart talk? See what you got, what you got to offer. Hi. Holy shit! +10 to perception check. Oh my god, that's insane. Dude, that's also an insane sword, man. What the fuck? Alright, the rest of these are kind of mid. How does such young lad own a tavern? Before the siege of Dresden, the half-measure belonged to a distant relative. I won't bore you with the details of how his family died. Just 3 words, demon worshipper and sacrifice. Should be enough. Now that the city has been liberated, the authorities and the Ayamede's church will be returning what remains of the lawful heirs of the deceased. They take these things seriously in Mendev. We started to talk about the inn, and I remember. I want to thank you personally for defeating the demons in this very tavern when the city was liberated. Without you, who knows how many glasses he would have smashed before the Crusader got to him. So please accept my thanks for my... Oh, okay, man. I'll take 15,000 for just talking. That's a family story. It's not for faint-hearted, but only those... one day before the war stones were erected, a peasant family got lost on their way to the fair. And out near the border of the Warwood, they stumbled upon a bored demon who killed the father right away, and then asked the mother if she preferred him to take all her children, or only half of them. The sobbing woman looked at her 3 darlings and said half. The demon promptly cut off the arms and legs off all 3 of the children and said, I guess that's even, and then disappeared. People across Dresden heard the story, and from another family found shelter at the local temple of Yamade. For many years, they saved up for regeneration spells so that children could be made whole again. They eventually scraped together enough just for 1 scroll and decided to give it to the youngest child, who had a second chance at life. He soon became the tavern's first owner and called it the half measure in memory of his family and the terrible incident with the demon. He had a good life for the time, got himself married, and always planned to help his brother and sister, though he never got a proper chance. When the demon had Dresden surrounded, the poor cripples tried to run for their lives, but they died on the spot. The brother and his wife died a little later at the hands of deserters. There were rumors that the same demon that butchered the family came to Dresden and made a den of the half measure. If that's true, I guess he got what he deserved when you freed the city. That's the story. Why do you sit in the counter? True reason. Dresden isn't the biggest city, but it's still filled taverns and pubs to compete with others. I need people to remember my establishment and myself. The first reason, the tavern keeper sit on the counter definitely sticks out from the others who prefer to stand behind their bars, all dignified. Believe me, you're not the first one to ask. Sooner or later, every customer does. The second reason is the place atmosphere. People should relax here. Life near the Wooboo is hard enough. Folks don't go to the tavern looking for each other more trouble, so I allow certain liberties, myself included. I even think of hosting an invigorating brawl here on the 5th every month. I let my customer break glass and swing on the chandelier. What's the feeling in the city? I can only talk to you about customer. Most folks rebuilding will be destroyed. Overall, spirits are high as they can be in Mendev, nation of rattling sabers and flooding banners. Everyone loves it when the demons get their horns, tails, and other parts of them handled. They've already forgotten that we nearly lost Canabris. War is like that. People live for a day and days tomorrow, not today. You've been a source of joy and inspiration for everyone as well. Just a simple guy, an ordinary human, not an elf with wisdom or of the ages, not an Azamar blessed by heaven, and yet you defeated the demons and thumped your nose at the Queen's Knight. That's the kind of people, that's the story people love. That call for a toast, doesn't it? Indeed, drinks on the house. What do your customers say about my new powers? They say you're an angel from heaven, but you hide it so that you can be closer to people. Not I really believe it, but I think about it, Halo and Wing would really suit you. Okay, cool. And then we gotta talk to the guy.
How can I help you?
Who are you?
Don't you remember? The name is Greybor. I'm an assassin for hire. But I suspect you're not here for small talk. Are you in need of my services?
Battle of Dresden, but you failed. What happened?
Yes, that was a failure. It was supposed to be a clean job. An anonymous client, a worthy target, a substantial fee. But the client insisted that I use an enchanted dagger they provided. I was assured that a single hit would be enough to finish the job, but it didn't work as expected. It was a serious blow to my reputation. And my reputation is everything to me.
Okay. I want to hire you for a dragon hunt.
A large adult female? The one that's been snatching people and carrying them off? I've heard about her. That's an impressive target. I can take this job, but only if we do it soon. I'm expecting a new assignment from my regular client, and I'll have to leave as soon as I have the orders. And of course, you should know that this dragon will not come cheaply. 2,500 gold, paid in advance.
How about a small discount?
Let's think this through. Are there lots of assassins in this town who have the valuable experience of subduing dragons and are willing to work for you?
Okay, fine.
Will I lose? Excellent. Let's get down to business. It's no easy thing to take down a dragon when you don't have wings, so you'll need to follow my lead. The best thing would be to catch her by surprise in her lair, but we need to find it first. Of course, since she doesn't leave tracks, that might be tricky, but I think I have a solution. We need to go. The dragon's been seen there often. According to the scouts, this is likely because there's still some wild game left in those parts. We'll set up an ambush there. I hope I can rely on your honesty. I understand that on our way to the dragon, there may be other fights or places we need to visit for various reasons. That's to be expected. However, should I see that you are deliberately delaying the contract, or that you're dragging me off to assault some demon citadel instead of going after the dragon, we will have to revive.
Is this the infamous dragon that we're Someone told me that they stopped playing because of a dragon, so I'm like, this might be the dragon. I mean, I prepped up everything for this. You know, we got the boofs and all that business. So hopefully, you know, we got enough. Did we ever enter these houses? Maybe we did not enter these houses because, like, I thought we did, but maybe we didn't. Peasant, gold golem. Let me aware golems. Nothing that is really good.
Know what to do. Ready for anything?
We got so much shit to do, man, but in so little time. Oh damn, this guy can join my party? Like, what the hell? Oh, I'm guessing I need to take his ass to the Grey Woods. Large group of suspicious individuals arrive at the Gates of Dresden. They wish to join the crusade. Officers have recognized a number of thieves and murders among their ranks. It seems that the newcomers are only interested in spoil war. Should they be accepted? Paris such will destroy the Crusader reputation. The commander rejected criminals, and many influential nobles and clerics praised this act. It's probably for the best, man. We gotta delay the rank up a little bit, but you know, that's fine. Alright, and then for campaigning. Alright, I gotta save, bro. We never know with these fucking battles, man, whether or not it's gonna go well or bad. That's a little bit annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, first things first. That demon seems kind of strong. These guys are all melee, right? Yeah, they're all melee. So let's go for the strong demon first. Damn. All right, that's the first time they resisted without doing enough damage. All right. Let's distract those demons. Can I distract any of these motherfuckers? What the fuck, man? They can just charge across the entire map like that? Oh great, we can't even lethal them. It's only a matter of time. We don't need to use a spell if we don't need to. I mean, 10 more experience is 10 more experience, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit. And that's a level 5 army. Damn! Marksman seems kind of strong, yo. Shit. Now, the only unfortunate thing is that they don't have a lot of them. But they're better than the bowmen, so maybe we can get them to replace the bowmen. Just try to decide like what we want to do at this point. First of all, save. Anybody range? Alright, nobody range, so that's good. You know, Kota's fighters are usually strong, so let's get rid of those guys. Dude, I love when we go 2 turns, man. I guess that's one benefit of keeping morale high. Oh, either way, at least we're not spending like so much mana. Like the more mana we conserve, the better, right? Because that means we can use more. We can do more shit. I think it's time to go back. So I think we have enough army to now take on these succubus. But we need an army to defend Dresden, so I guess these 2 army can defend Dresden for the time being. And then those events, well, we can wait for them to pass. Okay, so we rested already. So then we got Green Gates, we got Nameless Ruins, which we can't do anything about, and we got Winter's Thingy. Green Gates is for the demons. So we're really looking for either spellcraft, a better flame spell, or master maneuver, honestly, man. Shit. Morale is good, though. Yeah, these guys are just too expensive to, like, recruit on a daily basis, man. We are using footmen, but I think eventually we want to transition off of footmen anyways, so I don't know. We just gotta upgrade our ranks right now. I think the thing that's holding us back is not upgrading our ranks right now. So I think military first, just to see if, you know, maybe higher military lets us hire stronger units, because stronger units could be very useful in the long run. And then what the fuck do we do, man? Because, like, we are kinda... I don't know if we want to complete things within a certain order, or if it's better just to just go. That demon is blocking my path. I guess we gotta go this way, because the other way is being blocked by demons right now. Now, what's the probability of this being a hostile?
That is not far.
Careful now.
Huh? What's that? Anything for you.
I'll go ahead.
I see something over there. Have I pleased you? Have I pleased you?
Hail Behemoth. Hear our prayers. Accept this sacrifice, Behemoth. Are we gonna really see it here? First, you all, praise be to Day. That's him, the one who kills our brother and sister. Death to the killer. Die, die, die. Ojif. Ojif rises from the stone and halts the sacrifice with a raise of hand. The cultist holding the knife of the victim. On the altars. Ojif is writhed in blue flames, and demonic shadow rise up behind him. Easy now. We're all friends here. They're just a little misunderstanding. You thought you'd come across Crusaders, but they're a big fan of our Lord of Bahamut too. Ojif half turns to you, his right eye twitching, which you interpret as an attempt to wink discreetly. Ain't that right? You know what? Nod wordlessly. Right, exactly. Pilgrims of the War Rune. Meet the finest members of our big family. Hey there, Chief. Long time no see. Why don't we hold off on the sacrifice for now? We need to drink to this happy meeting, am I right? Yeah, let's do that. Tie that one to the altar again. We'll get round to slaughtering it later. The cultists exchange look and whisper. The chief cultist lowers his knife. If the crescent of the abyss says so, then welcome. Make yourself at home in this temporary camp of the Pilgrims of the War Rune. But why did you attack our brothers? Well, Ojif, why did we attack our brothers? Because the chief sometimes has fits of insanity and battle rage. It is a blessing from our Lord Bahamut. The chief goes crazy, and he goes crazy and gets twice as strong as normal. But if the blessing kicks in at the wrong moment, well, it's just bad luck for you. I had to get away from the crazed chief a few times, so I know what I'm talking about. The cultist casts a wary glance at your weapons, but passes no remarks. It's good that the crescent of the abyss, our beacon in the darkness, and our oracle has resolved this misunderstanding. Relax, friends, and after you wish, you may join our pilgrimage. What the fuck? Ojif, what the fuck have you been up to, little bro? Ojif is waiting for you next to the altar, really wiping the sweat from his brow. Poof, I thought I was done for. Did you feel it from my tail that they were gonna kill me? If you ain't got a sight for sore eyes, Chief. When I heard that the Gorgals hadn't got you and that you were running the show up in Dresden now, I can't tell you how happy that made me. But that night, it all happened. I tell you, I was so scared I couldn't see straight. I went around wondering if my chief and the rest of the gang were lying in an open field with their eyes pecked out. Ojif sighs. Even my conscience pricked a little. thinking about how I ran. But when you look at it my side, what else am I supposed to do? The actual paladins were getting cut down left, right, and center. So you're a fucking coward. But you know, whatever, man, whatever. And then these pilgrims to the war room tell me that Dresden has been reclaimed and that there's a new commander called Hunter Grey Warden. Well, I said to myself that there can't be two demon slaying animals with that name. It must be you. So I cut my way through the circles around Dresden and waited for you to come out. At one point, I got so desperate, I went almost straight to the city walls. But I thought better of it, and although an arrow in the skull would be better sight than running in fear of Voitel, or just sucks in a deep breath and talking in a rush like he's afraid to turn around and walk out. Do you know Voitel? I don't either, but I remember the name because of my brother Melrune yelled it in the basement at the time. I'm gonna tell Zamara and Voitel, or something like that. Anyways, my shadow told me that Voitel is that demon, and I should be scared of him because he is after the moon of the abyss. But the shadow is a whole other story. But if you want to know why I haven't just come to Dresden, I need your help. It's a matter of life and death, Chief. Oh, down, man. You're fucking flooding me. What's going on here? Okay, I'll shut up. I mean, I won't shut up. But ask me what you want to know. What was that? That was my cunning plan, Chief. Is whipping back and forth so fast it blurs. Why do you pretend to be a cultist? I usually set every cultist to Pharasma. Now that you're going to tell me why I shouldn't do the same to you. You know what? Yeah, it is. Easy there, Chief. I'm no cultist. I'm just asked you to play along for the fun of it. I had a reason, I swear, and it's not because I wanted to see you, like, in a fight. And I know I had no chance against you. Why do you run the night we fought with Gurgiles? Run? Me? I fought them. I did. You should have seen me. I was the one right on the nose. Sent it ass over the tea kettle and flew it off. I got into a scrap a fair few times before getting caught by surprise in the dead of the night. More times than I can count. Well, so that's why I leapt up quickly as anything, grabbed my knives, and well, of course I made a run for it. What else am I gonna do? You know, again, when you did not abandon me in the darkest hours, you did. I'm just a thief, a city boy. I didn't go toe-to-toe with demons. Sure, I was able to help you and all, but that was before. I didn't sign up for nighttime at Gorgal attacks. What's the point of an idiot attacks in the middle of the night? I thought war was to keep more civilized hours, to be honest. Wrong again, so apologies, but I always end up on the winning side, so that's just my nature. And you and your lot in that camp that night did not look like a victory about you. That's why you gambled, brother. Instead you cut tail and just ran. I have no faith in Wojif anymore, considering the fact that he cut tail and ran. You and it's not like it'd been much help if the Gorgal snatched me in his calls. Of course I decided to run, and run I did. What's your relationship with this Behemoth cultist? It's complicated. A story of unrequited love. Really, they love me, and all I think about is how to get away from them to save my own skin. Well, you seem got a nice little setup. Maybe I should just leave you here with your underlings. To tell the truth, I can't cool my heels here for much longer, Chief. I could have run it from the family and kept running for a long time, but you don't run from Voitel. He's a demon. If you don't find me first, he'll sell me out as soon as I get sick of me. I can't feel it. I can feel it in my toes, or else I end up on that altar. Well, I don't give a fuck, bro. I know you, Chief. You're the type of warrior that all men deaf should be praying for. When I was in the camp, all I heard was Chief this, Chief that, no matter what better Chief than ours. If you need to sort out the demon now, call the Chief. That's what people are saying. I swear, I heard it with my own ears, so will you help me? You said some shadow has been talking to you. Is that right? Not just any shadow, my special shadow. After I spent a while running around the war room, scared out of my wits, it suddenly crept out and whispered in a distant sounding voice, Voitel nor fear Voitel. And then the name was familiar because that's what my brother Melrune yelled out, and I put two and two together, that Voitel in the north, and I need to make sure he didn't find me. Bit by bit, I got the shadow to tell me that Voitel was a demon and that he was looking for the moon of the abyss. Who knows why? By the way, I have a couple thoughts of my own about the moon. I'll tell you about them once we're out of this mess. Remind me why I shouldn't just kill all these cultists here and now? Because, which if looking around lowers his voice in a conspiratorial whisper, they will still be useful to us if you decide to help me, and thanks for not trying to kill them as soon as you got here. By the way, their leader is a nervous sort. You would definitely stab the lad on the altar if you cause any fuss. They think if they perform all these sacrifices, Behemoth is going to appear and hand them out powerful spells like candy. Alright, what do you want from me? And nutshell, Chief, I got a bit of situation here. Wrong move and I'm a goner. The demon Voitel is in the vicinity somewhere. A good man has suffered. The cultists are animals, and I just want to get out of here. This make Votel back off. But without you, I have no chance. Help me, and I won't forgive you as long as I live. Who is Votel? All I know is that he's a demon sent by brother Melrune to get the moon of the abyss. And now that I have the moon, Votel is after me. I have tried running from him. He's gonna catch me soon. I can feel it. What part of the cult is playing in your plan? Do you know why they call themselves the Pilgrims of the Warwound? Because they're itching to meet a big game like Behemoth. It's like they're on a pilgrimage, so that they got me thinking, since they listen to me, we can lead them to Votel and mess with their heads a bit, and say that Behemoth been calling him nasty names, and let the cultists fight Votel for us. It could be a riot. Cultists helping us take out a demon? What you think? What's good man are you talking about? Me, of course. I'm the prisoner here, you know? And I suppose there is also the other fella, Deva. The one that's tied up. I kind of owed him one. I made a dumb mistake and now he's paying for it. Don't get me wrong, I couldn't care less about the guy. He got himself into the mess, except for it wasn't me. That they wouldn't have been caught in the first place. The pilgrim kept asking me, how will we have to wait long for favors of Lord Behemoth? As though just because I have a shadow, I should know? What am I, some kind of demon whisperer? I just put on a kind of knowing air and said to them, do as you have been doing, the favors will come. They took that as meant that they need to keep cutting people up on the altar. I tried to put them off the idea, but they didn't listen. I acted like I was discussing things with my shadow, and I kept trying to hold them off, saying that the stars weren't in alignment, that raining eyeballs was a bad omen. I brought out an idea just before you show up, Chief, and I'm considering just letting him do it. He was a crusader after it. Well. You know, we'll get to him and dead either way. It's not my fault that's how they do things. It's either him or me. Or just sighs and turns away, his tail twitching from side to side in agitation. There's one way to get both of us out, but I can't manage on my own. I need your help. Alright, I'll help you deal with this demon. Wojciech's face lights up and the tip of his tail dances through the air. I always knew you were a special sort, Chief. Let's break his horn off. We need to go to a patch of scrubland by the bend of the river. It's not far, I'll show you. Nothing interesting about that place at all. But that's where I was when my shadow came out and started pushing me back the other way. It said that Votel would find me easily and that he will swoop in and tear me limb from limb as I popped up. I wasn't long turning away from this place, I tell ya. There's just one other thing. We need to round up my lackeys and send them off on an errand. While they're gone, we can free the prisoner. No point leaving him here to be bored stiff, right? Listen up, brothers and sisters. The shadow has spoken. It says the demon will come to a secret place, a wasteland where almost no trees left, next to the bend of the river. Once we passed by, but we took a wrong turn and didn't find it. Glorious day. Before we meet, we set off. I say we make the sacrifice. I say hold off on the sacrificing. Time wasted and demons are busy, you know. Leave your things and go. I must meditate before such event, and then when I all meditated out, I'll come and summon the demon to you. Wow. Commander, a moment of your time. Deva, a young crusader, cautiously gets to his feet, unable to believe that he's finally free. At the last, the day has come when those odious faces will no longer be looming over me. The cultists hid my weapon and armor somewhere. I find them and take my leave of this place forever. They're over there with the rest of your stolen stuff. I made sure they didn't go walkies in the night. I hope you make it out of this somehow. Thanks for your effort, Wojciech. Go. Time is of the essence. If this demon is hunting you, better to lure him into a trap and strike first. Who the fuck? Okay, you know, for the fact that this guy is vouching for him, then he was kind of a good guy. You know? That's good. That's good. I thought Wojciech was capping me. I'm not gonna lie. Deva, Gwenvar, at your service, nobleman, crusader, and only surviving member of my unit. What are you planning now? Find my weapon and armor, find something to eat, and then leave this place as quickly as possible. The crusader looks ahead with a grim determination. Perhaps I would die in the war wound, but I would die with a sword in my hands, and not like an animal at the slaughterhouse. And if I do make it out, I shall build a temple in Adamides honored, my hometown. You're rich enough to build a temple if you fancy it, and you were complaining that your parents don't give you enough money? I think we have slightly different conceptions of what count as enough money. In any case, money is no longer a concern of mine. My life and legacy belongs to the goddess who sent you and the commander to my aid. How do you end up here? Totally through my own foolishness, through my inability to fight like a man. I thought Crusading would be the best way to make a mark in history. I jumped up the glory and respect that thought of Crusade would be the best way to mark on history. I dreamt of the glory and respect that would otherwise deny me as the third son of a noble family. When an officer laughed at my skills and called me an ignorant interloper, how right he was. Fate has twisted a sense of humor, and by more than my experience, comrade dead in the cursed space, one after another, but I survived. There was only 5 of us left in the end. Our hubris was gone, we were jumping at every shadow, and we still weren't cautious enough. I was the only one who survived after we were attacked in the night. I should have realized that what was happening when the lookout went missing. Alright then, farewell. May something 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 keep you. Okay.
Follow my lead.
Okay. I think that'll be the last thing we do today. We're making progress. It's a slow grind. And you know, like I want to limit like the exposure or the enemies, right? But yeah, I mean what can I say, man? Our enemies are many and our allies are few, and I want definitely way more marksmen, but what you might call it. That's gonna take a little bit here. And like the kingdom management aspect of this of the things. I mean, they could always go better, right? Like we can always use more recruits. I don't know if we want to keep stacking infantry recruits because like I don't know how strong infantry are. But either way though, I mean we got explore Winter Sun, and then after Winter Sun we can go back and do the demon thing. And then we gotta do all those fucking demons right over there too. So we got a lot of shit to do is what I'm trying to say, man, and so little time. I'm hoping for a full schedule tomorrow where, you know, like we finish work and then we maybe have dinner and then we'll go straight into streaming. We will see though, you know, like I have plans, but you know, never know if the plans are gonna survive, right? So we will see if the plans go through to fruition or if we gotta stop early. But yeah, for now though, I'd like to thank everyone watching. My name is Hunter OG. If I don't see you for whenever next time we stream, then just have a good day, night, morning, afternoon, or wherever you are. Just be safe, and we'll catch everybody later on that. See ya.